Airports are places where lives intersect. Some people are leaving behind everything they know, while others are returning to where their hearts belong. For Emma, it was neither. She wasn't traveling for adventure or a dream vacation. She was a single mom, clutching her daughter's tiny hand, waiting for a delayed connecting flight, with a backpack full of snacks, coloring books, and bills she still wasn't sure how she'd pay next month. Life hadn't gone the way she once imagined. At 22, she dreamed of being a writer, living by the sea with the man she thought she'd marry. Instead, she worked 2 jobs, sometimes skipped meals so her daughter could eat, and told herself this was just a season, that things would get better. Her daughter, Lily, tugged on her sleeve. "Mommy, can I get that cookie?" she asked, pointing at the bakery counter. Emma checked her wallet. 5 crumpled dollars left. Enough for bus fare home and maybe one small snack. She smiled, hiding her worry. "Just one cookie, baby. We'll share it." While standing in line, Emma froze. At the corner table near the window, a man sat typing furiously on a sleek laptop, his tailored suit so sharp he looked like he stepped out of a magazine. She almost didn't recognize him, until he rubbed the back of his neck the way he always did when concentrating. Her breath caught. Daniel. Her first love. The boy she once dreamed of forever with. The boy who promised to take her to Paris one day. The boy she left behind when her father got sick and she had to stay, work, and put family before her own dreams. She hadn't seen him in over a decade. She quickly looked away, embarrassed. Her hair was messy from travel, her clothes plain. What would he see? Just a worn-out single mom with bags under her eyes and no fancy story to tell. But before she could hide, Lily darted forward, straight to his table. "Excuse me, sir," she said in her sweet, fearless voice. "My mommy says sharing is important. Do you want some of our cookie?" Emma's cheeks burned. "Lily. I'm so sorry." Daniel looked up, and his eyes widened. For a long second, time froze. Then his lips curved into a slow, familiar smile. "Emma?" Her name on his lips was enough to make old memories rush back, the first kiss under the oak tree, late-night talks about the future, promises that once felt unbreakable. She forced a laugh. "Wow. Daniel. It's been, forever." 13 years, he said softly. "And you're here. With your daughter?" Emma nodded, pulling Lily close. She expected him to give a polite nod, maybe exchange a few words, then return to his busy, polished life. But instead, he closed his laptop. "Can I join you?" They sat together, awkward at first, then warmer as stories spilled out. She told him about her little girl, about the struggles of raising her alone, about lost dreams and small victories. She didn't sugarcoat it, life was hard, but Lily made it worth every sacrifice. Daniel listened quietly, his gaze steady. Finally, she asked, "And you? What about you?" He hesitated, then said, "I run a company now. A tech firm. We build educational software for schools." Emma blinked. "You mean, you're a CEO?" He chuckled. "That's what they call me, yeah." She tried to smile, but inside she felt a pang. Their paths had split so far apart, him soaring, her just surviving. But instead of pity, his eyes carried something else. Admiration. "Emma," he said gently, "you're the strongest person I've ever known. You gave up your dreams to care for your family, and now you're giving your daughter everything you can. That's more impressive than any company I could ever build." Her throat tightened. No one had said words like that to her in years. Before they parted, Daniel slipped something into Lily's hand. A small envelope. Emma tried to protest, but he only smiled. "Open it later. Call it an old friend's gift." On the bus ride home, Lily tore it open. Inside was a note written in Daniel's neat handwriting, for Emma and Lily. A fresh start. Dreams don't have expiration dates. Tucked behind the note was a check. Enough to cover months of bills, maybe more. Emma's eyes filled with tears. She looked out the window at the blur of city lights, clutching her daughter's hand. For the first time in years, hope felt real. She didn't see Daniel again that night, but she didn't need to. He had reminded her of something she thought she'd lost forever, that her story wasn't over. And maybe, just maybe, some loves circle back when you least expect them, not to rescue you, but to remind you that you've been worthy all along.